are a visual merchandiser first. So we have two business units. We have smartpress.com, which is that commercial printer online presence, small format, large format print. We then have what we call our retail side, which is way more than retail. We're navigating into health groups and things of that nature as well, storefronts. We use the technology on the online side to support the retail clients. We have a distribution center. We are a fixture company as well. We have in-house woodworking capabilities, plastics manufacturing, metal, 3D printing. We're a round shop. We can do it all. Certainly the backbone of printing is what started our journey though.
Bernard Group, of course, are one of the most prominent print producers in the country. They just do incredible work. They're a very, very high-end producer. They always push the boundaries on what they can do. And quite frankly, they're also a partner that's willing to challenge us to the boundaries of what we know our equipment can do. And within that, it makes for a really good strategic partnership where we feel that there's opportunity for win-win. And of course, our desire would be future growth, but we'll see how that shapes out over time. Well, I think it was building up trust over time. To be fair, we have a platform in our SwissQprint flatbed devices that offers some unique features and capabilities. Neon ink was very important to them, the ability to do a textured print, the ability to have a highly precise, highly reliable and versatile machine to complement the other work that they do. And then, as always, the timing was right. And then they, of course, put us through our paces. We earned the stripes, and here we are today, I think a year and a half-ish or so into the journey.
As I would love to say there's one solution for everything out there, that's just not reality. And what's fun about this environment here at TBG is we will do what the customers need. We'll stretch outside of our own comfort zone. And so when we're working with some of our brands, we realized the need for some things that just wasn't really fully offered or optimized by our current platform. And so that got us on the market. All right, rather than saying no, it doesn't quite fit our niche, or passing or trying to fit them into a box that doesn't quite fit, we're gonna go find the solution. And so luckily we had a little bit of time, we were able to hit the market. We have an amazing team internally too, right? We empower our people to go find solutions. So when we have these issues come up, somebody internally already has a plan. Hey, I was looking at this trade show, or hey, we thought about that. And so we were introduced by SwissQ by our color manager, who is just such a great guy and such a great student of the technology that he's like, I got that solution, let's go kick the tires. So it fast forwards that process, and next thing you know, we're in front of SwissQ, testing out the machine, seeing if it does what we need it to do. I would argue it's just as important as that partnership or relationship with our customers, right? We have to have that on the back end with our vendors as well. Because when they're working hard to be successful with you and you're working hard to be successful with your customer, that whole thing flows. And we're all, again, working towards the right goals. The world revolves around relationships. When you have them, things go well. When you don't, things don't go well. And so we understand that first, we need the right equipment. We need to make sure that our problems are being solved. But quickly with that, in parallel, we have to know that we're doing the right things together. We have to build that trust, that reliability. When I have an issue, they're listening, they're gonna do something with it, and vice versa. When they have a need, I'm here to partner with them and make that relationship prosperous on both sides. It needs to be a win-win.
Actually, I think the personal relationship over time becomes a lot more important than the equipment itself. Equipment, as I've shared with you in the past, Morton, it's just an enabler. And the alignment of strategy and expectations and performance, which is on the human side of that relationship, ultimately is what drives for success. And that's one of the values that, of course, we've spoken about over and over again. And so we put a lot of pride in that. One of our corporate values is really having that incredible customer experience. To fulfill that, we as a collective organization, including the parent company in Switzerland, we need to embrace that. So part of that journey is really ongoing feedback and implementation of that feedback into the customer. Now, of course, we can't do everything, but in this case, it was communication oriented. We could control it a lot, even from our subsidiary level. But SwissQprint corporate as a core value and business strategy is to make sure that we have that personal touch and relationship with all the clients that we serve. So to that end, they're fantastic to work with, and they're very helpful in us adopting the things we need to at a local level.
Difficult, yeah, I mean, right, you want to do it right. And honestly, the difficult level for me is, we have a fiducial responsibility to our employees. We're an employee-owned company, being an ESOP company. I feel that responsibility of making sure we don't get it wrong for the sake of our employees and for the sake of our customers. So that's the stress I bring into that. And so there's plenty of options out there too, right? Everybody's making printers. And so what fits our niche? And that's the key in all this, is understanding what makes that operation or that manufacturer tick, what are their core values, what is their proposition, and then does that mix with our customers' needs? Does it mix with how we want to do business? Because we have our own how we want to do things, right? We want to be sustainable, we want to be environmentally conscious, and we want to do right by our employees. So the combination of all of that makes it hard, but it also makes it fun, right? It does. We realized that our current platform didn't do jig printing well. We weren't taking advantage of layering printing very well. There was certainly this neon aspect, especially with some of our high brands, that they needed a little better gamut within their color spectrum. With this varnish opportunity to make two-dimensional print almost come out and stand out as three-dimensional. So we loved those types of things that SwissQ is offering, and that package isn't available, that I'm understanding, in another flatbed experience. What ultimately sold us, I think, though, too, was the alignment, right? Erik talks about this fluidity that SwissQ has in Switzerland, and this willingness to adapt and conform to what the client's needs are. Well, that's exactly how we operate with our customers as well. So finding a manufacturer that has similar mindsets in how we want to go do work, right? Customers make us better. And I'll argue with my vendors, like, I'll help make our vendors better if they choose to want to come along. And so that healthy push-pull is just that. It's not, hey, your things aren't doing exactly what I want because I'm, thumbing you down. It's go challenge you to do it better and bring me the solution, because it'll make you better in the long run as well. And so that alignment we really loved with SwissQ. So they had the technology, they checked the boxes on creating a brilliant product, and then the relationships were there, right? They wanted to work with us, they wanted to hear our issues, and they wanted to be better for us. It needs to, right? We're in the business to make money, right? I will tell you, not at the expense of quality. Quick little side story, right? Like our founder, who is wired within print, first walked through my floor, first time in my role, he said, you remember one thing only, we will go broke making a quality product. Now with everybody, you have to understand the meaning behind the words, not the words, right? And so his messaging there is, we don't sacrifice quality for anything. I don't care if we've estimated it to be less and we need to provide more or whatever. And that mentality is within our operators. And so yes, the SwissQ machine creates a quality image that is unlike any other we have. With that in mind though, we have to make sure that the market can support that, right? We can't gouge our customers and make a handsome profit, but it's a win-win. We're providing them a solution, and we're doing it at a reasonable cost where we can still pull margin out of that.